Welcome to day 2 of sexual influence. In this workshop, you are learning how to trigger instant attraction in women. The same way when a woman is dressed in a sexy outfit and you see her and your brain instantly gets sexually influenced and like, wow, I'm turned on by her. We want to teach you how to have that same sexual influence on women. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick review of day 1. Then I'm going to tell you what we're going to learn in day 2, which is today, and then we'll get into the lesson. So in day 1, we learned that a woman's brain is actually 3 brains, one on top of the other. This is the triune brain theory that states that our brains are actually 3 brains that have evolved one on top of the other. The oldest brain is the lizard brain. It is responsible for sex and survival, okay, instinctual stuff. Then on top of that evolved the mammalian brain, which is for, emotions and that kind of stuff. And then finally, our most evolved brain is the neocortex. That is the thinking, creative, rational, evolved human brain. And what we said yesterday is that it is a woman's lizard brain, what I call her sex brain. It is the woman's lizard brain that chooses her sexual mates, and the lizard brain makes the decision before her neocortex is even consciously aware of it. Meaning, a woman instinctually, impulsively chooses which men she is attracted to or not attracted to. It is not a rational decision. It is an animalistic, instinctual decision made by her oldest brain, her lizard brain, her sex brain. So, if you haven't watched day 1, I strongly suggest that you go back and watch that before proceeding forward into day 2. Today we're going to talk about why do women choose bad boys and jerks over decent, good men. We're also going to discover what are the 2 things that her sex brain needs and wants. And number 3, finally, what we're going to learn is what are the specific things you need to communicate to her sex brain in order for her to feel that instant attraction towards you when you're in a room full of other people or when she sees you on the street or wherever. Okay, so let's tackle this first question, which is guys are so frustrated. They're like, oh, these girls are going after these abusive guys, these jerks, these bad boys. I'm so much better than these guys, but these guys are getting the girls. It's not fair, blah, blah, blah. Why is this happening? There is actually a perfectly logical explanation why women are choosing bad boys and jerks over choosing you. So, from what we learned yesterday, we now understand that a woman doesn't choose her sexual mates based on logic and her rational neocortex. She chooses her sexual mates based on her lizard brain, okay, her ancient brain. The lizard brain, just imagine a lizard. What is a lizard concerned with? Okay? It's concerned with survival and replication. Okay? That's it. Security and sex. Okay? That's it. So you need to understand that if you want to get the attention of that ancient primal brain, then you need to show that brain, hey, I have what you need. Now, why do nice guys get stepped over and ignored by women? It's because nice guys are appealing to women's neocortex instead of appealing to women's lizard brain. So the nice guy is coming in and he's saying, hey, I will be nice to you. Hey, I will be fair and considerate to you. Hey, I will listen to all your problems. Hey, I will serve you. All these things, right? The problem with all these things is it's not what the lizard brain wants. You offering nice to women is like me offering you tap water, okay? Tap water is free, it's available, and hence it is not highly valued. So you've been speaking to the wrong brain, trying to appeal to the wrong brain, and offering the wrong bait, so to speak. Here's another analogy for you that I just thought up right now. You trying to attract a woman by offering her nice is like a woman trying to attract you by offering you showing you that she has a PhD or some kind of diploma. How much do you really care? When it comes to attraction, we're not talking about finding a long-term partner. We're just talking about animalistic attraction. How much does a woman's, a background education turn you on at an animalistic level? Zero. You're like, I don't care. What does she look like? Right? Well, similarly, when you're offering a woman nice from an animalistic point of view, that doesn't mean anything to her lizard brain. Now, before we continue, I know there's going to be some people like, oh, Jad said that all men don't care about what's in women's brains. All they care about is how women look. That's not what we're saying, okay? But this workshop is about the initial getting attracted to someone. Okay, that's it. We're not talking about what happens after you get attracted. Then you want to get to know the person, want to know if they're a good person, bad person, educated, stupid, all that. We're not going there. We're just saying, what is the initial... You see a person, you're attracted to them. We're talking about that, okay? So don't try to catch me saying that, men don't care about what's in, women's education, all that stuff. That's just not for the context of this conversation and this workshop. We're talking about what attracts a person at the instant. That's it. So the question is, what do I offer this lizard brain? What does her lizard brain want? Everybody has that famous question, what do women want? Okay, and it's like, oh, that's the impossible question. What do women want? Nobody knows. Maybe nobody knows what women want. But if you shift the question just a little bit, you can answer it. What do women need? We can answer that very specifically. Okay, so I'm about to tell you the two things a woman needs in the context of feeling sexual attraction. When it comes to sexual attraction, what do women need? Now, when we're asking the question, what do women need? If you've watched day one, you understand that you need to speak to the man in charge. Who's the man in charge? If you're a good student, you'll say her sex brain, her lizard brain, right? So what does her lizard brain need? What does her lizard brain find valuable in a man, in a potential mate? Well, we know that the lizard brain doesn't care how nice you are, how considerate you are, how many hours you sit there and play free psychologist and listen to her problems. The lizard brain doesn't care about any of that. So what are the two things the lizard brain cares about? Number one, security. Number two, adventure. Now, we're going to break these down because this is what you need to offer women when they lay eyes on you. When it comes to sexual arousal, women need two things. Number one, they need to feel safe. And then number two, they need adventure. We're going to break down why they need to feel safe and why they need adventure and how that leads to arousal. And then you'll understand this whole thing. But when we're talking about what catches the attention of the lizard brain is security and adventure. Meaning, you gotta walk up to women and offer them, hey, I can make you feel safe, and hey, I can take you on an adventure. And that's when they start looking at you as a potential mate and not just as a nice guy friend. So, security. There are actually two kinds of security. I've made up the following framework. There's social security, and then there's sexual security. So, you may be a guy who's still not getting women, and you may right now object and say, hey, Jad, but I make women feel safe, but they still don't want me. I still get stuck in the friend zone. So I'm showing them security. Why aren't they still being attracted to me? That's because you are providing social security, but not sexual security. What is the difference? When a woman feels social security around you, that means she feels safe enough to be with you around people, maybe to be with you in private, but not to touch, not to get intimate with you. So she's feels socially safe with you. That is the nice guy. That's the friend. That's the friend zone. What you need to do is you need to make her feel sexual security. So that's level 2 security, which is she's going to feel more secure when you make her feel sexual security. When a woman feels sexual security with you, that is when she opens up mentally, emotionally and physically to you. So, yes, maybe you make women feel quote unquote safe, but if they're not getting sexual with you, if they're not getting intimate with you, then what Jad's telling you is, yeah, you make women feel safe, but not safe enough. Now, I will teach you how to make a woman feel sexual security in day 3. So we'll put that aside for now. And now we'll move on to the second need of the lizard brain. The second valuable thing that the lizard brain's looking is, okay, who's got my security? Okay, you got my security? Okay, good. Do you got my adventure? Okay? It's looking for 2 things. You got my security? You got my adventure? So the second thing you need to show a woman's lizard brain is, I am your best source for adventure. Now, what does adventure mean? We're going to split adventure into 2 categories. Adventure outside the bedroom and adventure inside the bedroom. So, how does a woman feel aroused? In order to arouse a woman, you need to stir her emotions. I have an analogy called stir the pot. Okay? I want you to imagine a giant pot of water in front of you, and the pot is filled to the brim with water. And just left alone, the water, the face of the water is as flat as glass, right? It's as still as glass. That represents her emotional state, okay? So her emotional state when the water is untouched is just flat. There's no real emotion, right? What you want to metaphorically do in order to turn a woman on is you want to stir her emotions. You want to take a big wooden spoon and metaphorically stir the pot so the water's splashing everywhere. There are waves, there are splashes. You're generating her emotion. You're stirring her emotions. Okay? So what I tell guys is you need to stir the pot. So the lizard brain is saying, who can stir my emotions? Who can stir my emotions? And how do you stir emotions? Through taking a girl on an adventure outside the bedroom, and then an adventure inside the bedroom. So women are looking for emotional stimulation outside the bedroom, which then arouses them because they're, as you mix the pot, here's another analogy. I want you to imagine, not only when you're mixing the pot do you make the water splash, but the more you mix the pot, let's pretend this is special water, and the more you mix that water, the hotter it becomes. AKA, the more you stir a woman's emotions, the more aroused she becomes. And then that transitions, that adventure that you're taking her on outside the bedroom, then turns her on because it stimulates her emotions, and that carries forth into the bedroom. So, in order for you to catch a woman's attention and have her see you as a potential mate and not just as a nice guy friend, she's got to take one look at you and say, oh, I can tell that guy could be a great source of adventure outside the bedroom as well as inside the bedroom. It's said that a woman knows whether she's going to sleep with you or not within the first few minutes of talking to you. So in day 3, I'm also going to show you how to communicate to women's lizard brain that you are her best source for adventure outside the bedroom as well as inside the bedroom. There's a very specific way to communicate sexual security to women, and there is a very specific way to communicate that you are the best source of adventure for her inside and outside the bedroom, and we are going to cover that in day 3 tomorrow of sexual influence. Now, before I let you go, I want to let you know about something that I've put together for you very meticulously that I believe can really help you. So I'm going to get together with 2 guys for 6 months and coach you online for 6 whole months to completely transform your life with women, in fitness, and also in mindset. So if you've been looking for a huge transformation and you've been watching me for years and you've always thought, you know what, one day I want to work with Jad, maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you. So what I've recently done in my own life is I've just gotten a body transformation. I've lost around, I think 14, 15 pounds. It's like 7 kilos, so making the conversion. And I almost have a 6-pack at this point. I'm 42 years old. And I've really cleaned up my diet, and I'm going to the gym religiously. I'm doing cold showers. I also have put into place a daily process that has doubled or even more my productivity. And I'm feeling the best I've ever felt mentally and emotionally. And I'm performing at a much higher level in my social life as well as in my business life. So, what I want to do is teach you everything that I'm doing in my own life on how to become the highest version of yourself, get your dream body, be eating healthy, dropping all these negative things, including porn, watching Netflix, being addicted to your phone, social media, all that stuff, which I forgot to mention, by the way, I've cut out of my life junk food, social media, all that stuff, right? And we're gonna we're gonna focus on the mastery with women. In this day and age where things are going more virtual, it's getting harder and harder to meet attractive women in person. Online dating isn't working. Guys are getting rejected and frustrated, and then, turning to porn because they just don't have women in their lives. Now, although that's understandable, you need to understand that porn is just making you go back and back and back. It's lowering your self-esteem. It's messing with your emotions. It's messing with your productivity. And it's just messing with you in a lot of ways. Using porn also puts you at a high risk of your stuff down there not working anymore. There are all these studies. But point being, this is going to be an intimate 6-month experience. It's online, okay? So wherever you are in the world, you can join, where I'm going to hold you to extreme accountability across the board with your food, with your training, and with your lifestyle, with your socializing with women. Now, I'm not going to ask you to do anything creepy or weird like randomly approach women on the street or in the mall or do anything like that's outside of your personality. I have trained dozens and dozens of men over the years exactly how to meet women in person in a normal, authentic way that doesn't raise any alarms or there's nothing creepy or weird, and in a way that fits your specific personality. I don't provide a cookie cutter method for everyone. Whoever comes in, we learn who you are, and then we form the game around your specific personality. So my vision for you is after 6 months, so we're talking about like in July, right? July 2023, you're going to be a different person, unrecognizable in your habits, in your discipline, in your eating, in your training, and in your skills with women. So if this is something that interests you, click the link, book a free 15-minute call to apply to be one of these 2 guys. Now, I can't guarantee that I'm going to accept everyone. I have to see what you have working for you and if I really believe that I can help you. And also, we have to have a certain chemistry because I'm going to be working closely with you, not only on a weekly basis, but even during the week, we're going to be in communication. So we have to have, that chemistry because I'm going to hold you to extreme accountability and we're going to completely transform you into the 10.0 version of yourself. I am personally very excited about this program because I know that, I've had so many students go through my blueprint and my system of how to meet attractive women in person. And we've had so many success stories that I'm 100% confident I can help you. And on top of that, now we're adding the fitness and diet and discipline aspect to it, as well as the daily process. So this is going to be the highest level program that I have ever provided. And it's going to be truly transformational for whoever joins it. So if you want 2023 to be your year, book a free call with me. We'll talk for 15 minutes and we'll see if this is something you want to explore further. I know you're a stand-up guy and I believe that you deserve a beautiful woman in your life. And the only thing stopping you right now is a proven step-by-step blueprint plus some accountability and support along the way. You need to understand that information alone isn't going to get you where you want to go. You need mentorship. So maybe now is the time to bet on yourself invest in yourself and get this woman thing handled once and for all. So you can stop trying to learn this stuff and start spending your life building memories with these gorgeous beauties. I believe in you. I know you can do it. This is a learnable skill. The high percentage of my students who come and train with me end up getting girlfriends, wives, casual sexual partners, and become consistent in this game. So if they could do it and they were stuck for 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, and they got unstuck, if they can do it, you can do it too. So believe in yourself. So if that interests you, book a call and we'll talk, and I will see you for day 3 of sexual influence, where we will learn that special way of communicating so you talk directly to her lizard brain and you bypass the logic. Drop me a comment if you liked the video. It would help with the algorithm. Okay. Drop me a comment, a like, and I'll see you in the next video.